Maybe it was a problem with the compressor? I don't know. Trying a different one now. Maybe that'll work. This is stupid. Display. Disable display expression. That's not even there. Whatever. Alright, and welcome. So, I'm going to put together a little tutorial about how I basically go over making my Redstone songs. It's pretty neat. This is one that I'm currently working on. You're going to get a little sneak peek preview to the making of this. There's pigs everywhere. This is a kind of a flat grass level. I obtained a little word of advice. If you're going to do a flat level, use stone as the texture, as I guess the floor, not grass, because when you get grass, you get pigs, and they oink, and they make noises, unless you don't care about that. But if you're making music and stuff, stone is a much preferred alternative. So this is like basically how I do it with the new repeater blocks. It's much more compact than my old method of just using the old crappy torch block torch. This is really nice. It's fluid and it's very organized. I did slightly kind of maybe screwed this up a little bit because I made it too long, and I'd have to run with it so I can hear the music, unless I can get a mod that I can fly, which is pretty easy. I can get that to work or something. Or I could... there's a mod out there that allows you to hear note blocks no matter where you are. If anybody can find that for me, that would be really awesome. I'll give you a bunch of internets and a shout out or something, but that would be totally helpful. Anyway, I'm working on Geno's theme from Super Mario RPG. If you've never heard of the game, it's awesome. It's for the Super Nintendo. It's one of the coolest games ever, especially from my childhood. And it's very famous. You'll probably recognize it when you hear it, but I'll try to get it as best as I can. Let's see. I'm going to turn these off. This makes basically everything turn off. Nothing happens at first. Then when you turn it back on, the whole song starts playing. That's what I have so far. As you can see, it's nowhere near finished. And it's a little buggy over here, but that's just because you have to turn that switch off and wait for the whole thing to complete before you turn it back on. Other than that, that's what I've got so far, and I'll show you how I go about doing the whole process. As you can see over here with this stuff, this is the music that I get from it. If you ever want to find sheet music, there's a ton of sites that give you free sheet music, especially for video game music. They're very helpful. If you don't know how to read sheet music, learn. That's my only advice. It's incredible. It's once you get the hang of it, it's very simple. This looks very complex, but it's not as hard as it looks. Spend a couple weeks just learning, studying, doing a little theory work, just making up stuff on your own. It's definitely worth your while if you really want to appreciate music and if you really want to learn a lot about music. This up here is just my little cheat sheet for converting from these notes to how many clicks it takes for a note block to turn into that note. And then, of course, here's this. So what I basically do is I'll have a switch that turns on the starting block, and that starting block starts the whole song. It goes into this Redstone repeater. Now right now I have this set at the second tick mark. If you don't know about Redstone repeaters, basically you place one and that's a single tick, or there's a better phrase for it. I forget the word. If you go on the Wikipedia, there's a better one. Trust me. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that correlates to how long the delay time is for the repeat. So, oops, didn't mean to break that. But, I have a shovel, but I'll do this. So there goes there. So we'll have this, and then let's just say torch. And then I'll put like a torch here. So that basically should... What is this? Let me make sure that does that. Turns that on. Oh, I think this has to go... No, that should work. Unless I'm doing this wrong. Bloop. There, that goes off. That's weird, that's staying on. Okay, go away. You go there. There we go. Whatever. I take that off, that goes on, and it's virtually instant. Now if I take this up to 4 ticks, you can see there's a noticeable delay. Click, click, click. Okay. You can, sync this up with the beats per minute or count it by seconds. I just kind of did whatever was natural, especially. With this song, once you know about music, everything, I noticed it's common time, 4/4. The tempo is sort of upbeat. There's 16th notes and 8th notes with a few quarters laced around. So you want to typically give yourself room to play faster notes, if that makes any sense. So I have, whenever there's a 16th note, I have it as 2 ticks, and whenever there's an 8th note, there is 4 ticks. If I can see one coming, yeah, like this. That'll make more sense in a second. So basically the way the circuitry works is power goes on, comes to here, you have a delay. That's your 16th note. It goes to this trigger and turns this block on. At first it's going to be off once it's playing. When it turns it on, it triggers up here, and what that does is, you can't see from this angle, because I made it very, there we go. This triggers that redstone right there, and this redstone of course triggers these 2 note blocks. Now this has a wood bass. This is your bass note. This I use down here for the bass clef notes, and this right here is your treble clef notes. It's more of an art whether you want to decide which one's treble clef, which one's bass clef. You can add, you can split this off to make, more notes and everything. Just put note blocks up there. You can add stone for, what is it now? I believe stone is bass notes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me just do a little test here. I have to put, whatever. Look it up on the Wikipedia. It'll tell you much better than I ever could. Yeah, there we go. Bass notes. Yes. And I believe sand is snare drum and or hi-hat. I can't recall it now. I usually don't do beats much, but I'll see if I can add that in later. Anyway, so this is your first 16th note. Then your next 16th note, this goes to that block right there. And I add this little thing so I can go up here and place the notes, and while I'm clicking them, you right-click them to change the notes, obviously. Then you go to your next note, goes to this thing, triggers that block. Now, this didn't have a bass note. Let me go to the score right here. This was a 16th note and 1/8 note, and then the next 16th note right here, there's no bass note, so that 16th note is just by itself, like that. That kind of. So if you know the beat, that makes, or if you know the music, it makes a lot of sense. Basically, you just repeat this pattern over and over and over, and when you have a part where there's no 16th note and just an 8th note, for instance right here it goes 16th, 8th, 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 then you put these 4 tick spacers there, and occasionally you'll have this point right here where it goes 8th, 8th, quarter, but on the bass line it's going 8th, 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 so you really don't have to worry about that much. If there was no 8th note, then you would just put 2 of these double repeaters, like bam, bam. As you can see, I kind of caught my mistake once I started building this. You want to build it so there's rows of about 8-ish or so, so that the music doesn't trail off, unless you want to be really, really crazy and make like crescendo, decrescendo, which is just fancy for loud and soft. That would be kind of cool if I could ever figure that out and make it work. So yeah. Oh, cool, nighttime. My double suns, I like it. I'm using the Painterly pack, by the way. Painterly makes awesome texture packs because you can customize them. A little shout out to them. Okay, so then basically if you want to go through the process of how I make this, let me scan down to where I am. I'm on the 7th measure, right here. Okay, so this right here. So now I have to find this bass note. When I go down here, this bass note, let's see, kind of stink at bass clef, but this is your G line, so you have E, if you count backwards, you have D, C, B, A, so that should be an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, yeah, so that's an A. In this key signature, A is sharp, So then I come up here, and A sharp is 4 clicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be that. Oh wait, is it sharp? I don't think. No. I'm thinking treble clef. That's C sharp. So A is not sharp. So I have to go all the way up. I could break it, but there we go. So now I'm back at F sharp. So I go 1, 2, 3 to A. There we go. So there's my A. Alright, and then let's see, we got down here, we have E. That is an E, correct? Okay, E, D, C, B, A. There's an A, and that's an A natural, just like the other one. I think I already have that as A natural. No, I don't. Let me just break this quick, just to make sure I'm at the... There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3. And that should match that there, because they're both A naturals. But that, you can tell, is a lower pitch. Yes, it's down an octave. So that way you can kind of cheat the whole 3-octave rule. You can actually expand it down to about 5 or 6 octaves using the bass notes that are under the wood blocks. So then, don't forget that goes there, and that's Redstone torch. Okay. And so then this note is going to be 2 above A, which is a C, and this is a C sharp, because the key signature denotes it to be sharp. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a nice little major chord. Alright, so now we have that, and now we put our repeater. Sorry that's nighttime, but unfortunately I can't fix that right now. Okay, so we go that, we go do. Make a little L thing, just like right here. And then we put another repeater here. And let's see, that denoted that. So since the next one is a 16th note, we just do 1 tick right there. And I'm going to put a dirt block here and dirt block here. So the reason I do that is so I can stand here, put that torch there, this dirt block here, and now I can put my redstone there. And then let's see, I don't need my bass note, because if you look down here, there's no bass in the second 16th note. So I can just do bam, bam, and place that there, and that there. Okay. So now we come back to here, and let's see, we got E, D, C, B. So B is 5, so B, C, D, E. Yes, that is B. I'm a percussionist by heart, so reading notes on scale is a little bit, not normal. If you've played piano or violin or any instrument that constantly reads notes like that, you're going to have this really easy. Me, I tend to struggle by reading notes. I'm absolutely atrocious at sight reading stuff. Oh, and I even forgot the note. What was that? B, B, C, D, E. Yes, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that is clearly a D, and I believe, yes, D is sharp in this key signature. If you look right here, this is a D, that makes it sharp. So D sharp is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe it's a minor chord? I don't know. I'm just kind of weighing this by ear. But yeah, that's basically it. You do that, and then you just keep going until the song is done. Yeah, and you fill out the score once you do it, record it, throw it up on YouTube, and you can be awesome. But yeah, takes a little work, kind of tedious. You can tell I don't put these out very often because it takes a lot of time. If I really, say, yes, I'm totally going to do this, I'll bust it out one night, but sometimes I'll just not feel like doing it and get, maybe a measure down and then put it off to the side, do another measure another day, and eventually it gets done. So I hope this helped. If you have any further questions, post it in the comments and stuff. I can totally get back to you. And hopefully this song will be out soon, and you'll get to see it then. So, yeah, have fun.